In this video, we're taking a look at a real scam. This involves Bitcoin and sextortion. So I wanted to make this video because these these kind of emails have been making the rounds quite a bit lately, and this is actually one that hit a user at the place I'm working at right now. So I took out some of the critical information, like the actual email address and that. But let's take a look at this email. So in this email, the to address was spoofed. So it's actually spoofing one of the email addresses that that user actually had. So if we continue on this email, it says, "Hello, my name is Dark. My nickname in Darknet is Zachary31." That tends to change. Even if it's the same person running this scam, they tend to change whatever their supposed dark name is, or darknet name is. I hacked your mailbox more than 6 months ago. Through it, I infected your operating system with a virus, Trojan, created by me and have been monitoring you for a long time. So your password is, or password from, and then they give the user email address, is, then they give the supposed password for that particular email. Now, the way that works is typically the person will go grab information from a data dump. So I could buy a data dump for around $10, $20 or so. Grab a bunch of username and passwords, and that's what these people are typically doing. Or searching the internet and finding a data dump that was published for free. Now in here they'll look for people with email addresses and passwords that got leaked. These may still be valid, or they may be changed. They really don't know, and generally they don't care. Because once they send these emails out, when a person generally sees, "Oh, this is my email and this is really the password that's associated to it," they begin to panic whether they actually did anything wrong or not. And that's how these scams work. Now let's continue with the email. "Even if you change your password after that, it doesn't matter. My virus intercepted all of your caching data from your computer and automatically saved access for me. I have access to all your accounts, social networks, email, browsing history. Accordingly, I have the data of all your contact files from your computers, photos, videos. I was most struck by the intimate content sites that you occasionally visit. You have a very weird, or very wild imagination, I tell you. During your pastime entertainment here, I took screenshots to your camera of your device, synchronizing with what you're watching. Oh my god, you're so funny and excited. I think you don't want to all your contacts to get these files, right? If you are of the same opinion, then I think that $837 is quite fair price to destroy the dirt I created." So there's the extortion part. And generally for people, whether they actually did anything wrong or not, they generally worry that, hey, my critical data is out there that he's going to dump, or maybe he's just going to dump a bunch of bogus information. I've been going to all these crazy sites when I haven't been to my contacts. So this plays on fear for people. "Send the above amount to my Bitcoin wallet." And he gives the Bitcoin address, which I'm going to copy right now, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. "As soon as the above amount is received, I guarantee the data will be deleted. I do not need it. Otherwise, these files and history visiting sites will get all your contacts from your devices. I'll send to everyone your contact access to your email access logs. I have carefully saved it. Since reading this letter, you have 48 hours. After reading this message, I'll receive an automatic notification that you have seen the letter." And it goes on to essentially saying that they feel like they're doing you a service. So let's break this down a little bit. Supposedly someone has your email and password. So in general, again, that usually freaks people out because, let's be honest, people usually have um, really bad passwords, and they have a bad habit of recycling passwords. That's why you shouldn't recycle passwords if all possible. The legitimacy of this is, a lot of people say, "Yeah, that is my email, that's my password," or "that used to be my password." As you notice, they contextualize it by saying, even if you change your password, I still have access. So that also freaks people out. But again, this generally comes for data dumps. So you do want to keep that in mind, that in that regard, it's kind of worthless. But they are trying to scam you. They are trying to get money from you. And if you're doing OSINT, then this gets a little tricky. So Bitcoin are designed to be anonymous, so it is kind of hard to track them. What you can do is there are certain tricks where if you send a certain amount of Bitcoin to someone, you can kind of trace where it's going. I don't recommend actually spending money or giving any amount of money to anyone that's trying to scam you or extort you. But in order to help alleviate some fear from people, if you're doing a OSINT investigation for someone, again, they don't have to do anything wrong. People that don't do anything wrong still might freak out because they're still worried that this person's on my account. They have my critical information. They have email that's confidential, and they're going to send it out to everyone. Or they might spread a bunch of lies about me and embarrass me, especially people in higher up positions, as CIOs, managers, and whatnot. It's kind of hard for them to have their reputation tarnished, whether it's real or not. So a lot of people feel compelled to actually pay these ransoms. So what you could do is there's a couple things you could do. One is you could do a Bitcoin lookup, and if you go to bitcoinwhoswho.com, you could enter in the Bitcoin wallet and kind of see a little bit of the transaction history of it. Now, the other thing you could do is you can go to Dhashed and have I been pwned and put that email address in that they said they got a hold of. And you also can go to pwned passwords. I generally like to use all these sites. You put the email address, you put the password in. That way you can say, hey, your email has been part of 8 data breaches. Dates back at this time, which kind of matches this information here. Your password has also been came up in a data breach. It's been part of these breaches, so this is where this is coming from. You know, so this is how they got your information. It's not they actually hacked your account. This is your actual information. That point, you tell the user, change your password if you haven't changed it already. If you're using Gmail or other similar services, make sure you sign out of all the accounts, review the security check to make sure that no one's been logging your account. Chances are, no, they haven't logged in your account, but it's always good to run that check. Now let's go back to the Bitcoin address lookup. So I'm going to paste this in here, and we have their Bitcoin wallet. I'm just going to click the little magnifying glass and start the search. Okay, I'm going to give that a second. There we go. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So we can actually see quite a bit of history on this. So we can see this Bitcoin address appeared on 4 websites. I can click this to see what websites they've been on. There's the wallet name. The current balance is almost 1 Bitcoin. And, wow, you can see there's 8 transactions, which when I looked this up yesterday, he only had 2. So apparently he got a few more people. Now, you can look at the first transaction. If we click on Scam Alert, we could see all these people that reported this is scam. And again, this can add legitimacy to your report when you're reporting back to someone and say, hey, this is a scam, don't pay it. Here's a bunch of scam alerts for that particular email. And you can see all these are sextortion, hack, blackmail, and whatnot. And if I click on any of these things here, you can see it's a similar format. My nickname is Darknet, and the name has changed. KelB27. I hacked through your mailbox 6 months ago. I infected your operating system with a Trojan. Your password is blank, blank, blank. So essentially, it's the same email address again. And the other thing I like about running the Bitcoin wallet through here is some of these other ones here, people did get additional information, including the IP address. And again, you can take that IP address, you can run it through an IP tracer, and if you do that, you'll find out this person's from South America, which kind of lends credibility to why his English is a little broken. So he's not a United States individual. So that's all great information. And again, it's this will really go a long way for your, when you put in your report that saying that, hey, don't pay this. You can see all these people report all these different scams. And if I click on here, I can see the different websites. It's come up on scamsurvivors.com. This Twitter post is talking about it. Another Twitter post talking about it. We could take a look at the transaction history. So we could say that we could see this Bitcoin wallet paid, that address, and how much they got, and on the time and date. So that's additional interesting information just to have. Again, it's going to be pretty hard to trace it back to the actual individual, but it is interesting to take a look at what the pattern of this is. And also, you can run this through Maltego to if you want to verify this information, which I did yesterday. When it had two transactions, those transactions also appeared in Maltego. Same amounts, same wallets, and whatnot. So, again, if you really need to prove that to your client that, hey, this is a scam, this is all the things that's been going on with it, the way you can kind of verify the information is dehashed, have I been pwned passwords, Bitcoin address lookup, which is bitcoinwhoiswho.com, and then run a Maltego scan. So this is all about Bitcoin scams and sextortion scams. Thank you for watching the video.